Hi, love. Welcome in. It's Billy Lightwalker. Thanks for joining me out on the land today. Solstice blessings to you. Yesterday, I sat in the morning sunrise and experienced the Christed infinity loop, the sacred flame, divine matrix of light coming through gently with ease and grace. And I wanted to share a little bit about what was coming through during that time, as I think it is a powerful practice of beingness for all of us. I was just simply breathing in with the light and welcoming my soul to share with me what was ready to be known. And I saw the infinity loop moving across my heart chakra, and I seem to be taken on a little journey of presence and knowing, remembrance. That infinity loop coming from my heart was showing me that as time, and it time for this to be happening, and yet I was observing and witnessing as well. And what was happening was this infinity loop, these like plasma coils just moving gently back into the heart and reaching out for something, back into the heart and reaching out. And what I witnessed was these plasma frequencies, tendrils were like arms reaching out for different aspects of me that from this lifetime that were discarded, buried, abandoned, destroyed. Essentially, all of these past aspects and experiences that were locked in away in the shadows. So many teachings along the ways we are, we need to let go and we don't need these things anymore. Well, some of those pieces of me are ready to come home. And instead of them collapsing into nothingness, this infinity loop, this Christed flame moving through me was ready to bring those pieces back home. And so as I was experiencing this, I had sensations and memories coming back, and they were so gentle. There was no judgment on them when there had been so much shame and confusion, maybe. And all through the ages of my experience so far in this life. And so as these pieces were coming back in, I felt this knowingness of wholeness, of a sacred union coming back into my heart. And it was such a welcome experience. As I was observing this and honoring this experience, I was also shown that as this is my I am experience, as this infinity Christed flame loop is moving through me as the divine conductor and receiver, that also this is like a replicated template experience of Mother Source herself, the divine matrix of light, and how she carries us all, moving through her sacred flame, her Christed pure crystalline heart, that infinity loop, reaching out her plasma arms to bring those of us, these souls, these aspects, all of our beingness back into her heart and flowing back out again. And so it was beautiful. I restored so much wisdom and so much peace, and all of the oneness being experienced, and yet still experiencing my unique soul blueprint in the flow of all of that was really extraordinary. And as that was occurring, the information, the intelligence that was feeding back to me was that this is also happening beyond this lifetime. It was reaching out to other lifetimes, other timelines and parallel realities, all these aspects of my consciousness. And as it was coming back in, I was realizing that those of us that are awakened to receive these types of experiences, once we receive this intelligence, this memory of the soul, that this Christed flame is not only all healing, but truly brings us back home, in this vessel, in this life, in this body, but also brings our whole soul complex, our whole solar complex into unification. And I realize that those of us who are awakened to this is our responsibility to tend this. Once we receive a vision of this nature, of our divine nature, and it comes through so organically that it is kind of a code that it's our responsibility to play and practice with that, because as we're tuning in and witnessing and receiving and allowing it to flow through us, we are as well doing that from a place of grid work, that our soul imprints, our soul signatures have a place in time. All of those discarded, shattered, splintered, fractured pieces that loop was bringing back into harmony, inside this divine solar soul matrix, and with the Christed flame. Those were times when we were physically in a location, and those current energetics, that imprint, if we are relocating with the soul imprint, that light signature is able to go back and restore any sort of dysfunction or distortion or interference, or trauma-based experience that was imprinted there. And so as I'm watching all of this, I'm realizing I was just crossing timelines and realities to go back and heal that grid node where I wanted to shut away, or that I needed to bury, or that I needed to discard, or try and forget, let go of something that was ready to come back home. And in doing so, the most beautiful light frequency went back into these timeline experiences and connected back into those nodes, those grid points. This is extraordinary to me and beautiful. And so that's when, as this is a responsibility. So I welcome you to open to that and feel that Christ flame, that infinity loop move through you, and see where it wants to gather the intelligence of all of your aspects. And again, this is organic. This is light. This is totally a lighthearted experience for me. There was no density, and no judgment. So, and the next portion of that, they showed me that my experience was showing me that I am a guardian of this intelligence, and it's my responsibility to move inside that field. And so when I do, I am able to replicate that just as the Mother Source does. I'm able to replicate that into the field, and it's able to move out into the field of greater conscious intelligence, and those that are ready to pick up on it will. And this is an unseen practice of grid work. So inside that guardianship, when I was sitting with that awareness, I was shown through the sacred heart flame that we are restoring through this practice, through this infinity loop, through this Christ light, sacred flame, this light signature, that we are restoring the kingdom within into wholeness. This is a blessed gift of organic, natural, divine feminine, divine masculine, sacred union with the soul. It is a coming home. It just in the now, in the flow, with all of these merging timelines that would potentially draw us into different places that maybe we feel too far stretched from the source here. And with that guardianship and in being in locked into that presence and just receiving that awareness, and I was shown that being the guardian of this sacred flame is being the caretaker of the divine kingdom of light. That is a caretaker and a steward of a temple. And within this temple, I had the beautiful experience of witnessing hundreds of divine aspects of my being showing up to be home with me in this temple. And so as I was receiving that and feeling the family of the all one that I am, and very joyful, I was guided to look outside the doorway, the threshold of my temple, only to see countless temples gathered around as well, showing me that all of the souls that are surrounding me in my life, or that I am connected to, are soul council family. Everyone as well has this divine kingdom, this gorgeous sacred flame temple with countless aspects of their soul within, gathering, guiding, protecting, harnessing with these currents, these flows of energy, moving this Christed consciousness, this divine flame through everything that we do, and through moving through these timelines to heal and restore, so that we can utilize this information to connect to the larger nodes waking up on the planet as our planetary grid work and as planetary guardians. And it simply begins with welcoming that sacred divine heart, the gorgeous flame of light, to move through us. And that was my solstice gift from Mother Source, from my soul family, and I wanted to share it with you, my other soul family connecting in. So thank you for joining me. Blessings. May this day be bright and beautiful. See you soon.